Hi, Carl here from the Jason Rising team. We just released our love letter to the Friday the 13th franchise called Jason Rising. For this video, I wanted to talk about why we use the Blackmagic Pocket 4K cameras and how that was a huge advantage while filming Jason Rising. All of Jason Rising was shot with Blackmagic Pocket 4K cameras, and we always had 2 on set. Some days we even had 3 to 5. Why did we sometimes have 4 or 5 cameras on set? Having that many cameras allowed us to set each camera up on a specific rig. We often shot with backpacks for handheld. We'd have some on dollies, a Ronin, jib, sliders, you name it. And having that many cameras allowed us to just go grab and swap without having to re-rig everything. Normally switching setups from like handheld to the jib could take 10 to 20 minutes. 2 o'clock in the morning when it's freezing, like 30 degrees out, no one wants to wait while you're doing that. So being able to have everything already rigged and just swap things in and out made it just super fast to get the shots that we wanted with the proper rigging that we wanted. A practical example is we had a scene where our headless Pamela Voorhees was hammer smashing a poor victim. And we shot a lot of it handheld, but then the shots where we had to do the VFX work, we had to switch to a tripod for that. And we were just able to rapidly switch back and forth without losing momentum. And that meant people stayed in the scene, they didn't forget the order of operations, and they were just able to rock it. Sometimes we'd even have a camera set up with a specific lens mount. So we had some anamorphic shots because we loved our nighttime flashlights. And when we used the 2X, we were able to have the proper lens support on it and just grab it and go. And we just throw the top handle onto the backpack and you're set. Keeping costs low on micro-budget films is very important. The cameras only cost $1,300 and come with DaVinci Resolve. I was able to buy 2 Pocket 4Ks for less than what other leading DSLRs or cinema cameras cost. Owning the cameras helped keep the rental cost down and save time on picking up and returning gear. That said, we often rented a 3rd or 4th camera on some of the big filming days. Once COVID hit, we went from 12-hour days to 4 to 6-hour days. Renting any gear for those smaller days would have been quickly cost prohibitive. We started filming Jason Rising before the pandemic hit. Once the pandemic hit, we shrunk our crew size down to the absolute minimum. Having cameras with this small of a form factor allowed us to keep the crew minimal. Let's talk about media. Being able to use solid state drives was a huge advantage. We were able to quickly offload footage. Towards the end of the movie, we had a scene with really strong red light, and the first day we were doing it, I had a little bit concerns that maybe we shot some of it a little too hot. And we had a late night and also an early start the next day. But because we were able to use solid state drives, I was able to quickly offload that footage, bring it into the system, take a peek at it, realize, yeah, we did have a problem. And then the next day we were able to make adjustments on set and reshoot that one scene. It made it amazing to be able to quickly process that stuff and make adjustments. Any other media, like if we were recording the SD cards or CFast, I still would have been copying stuff overnight and wouldn't have had time to check it in the morning. Another plus for the Pocket 4Ks is a highly adaptable micro 4/3 lens mount. I own a lot of Nikon glass, so we could use all of my Nikon glass. We could use native micro 4/3 lenses. We were able to use Canon EF lens mounts. So anything that we wanted, we were able to put it on the camera and rock it. Another feature on the cameras I can't believe I'm talking about is the menu system. The menus rock. It's super easy to be able to just rip through the menus, make quick changes, be able to toggle our frame rates. So if we knew we were doing fight scenes, we'd set all the cameras to have the high frame rate set to 22 frames. So we could easily go between 24 and 22. And we use 22, so punches or some attacks, we wanted to move faster, but not have any of our actors in danger. We were able to set that and things moved a lot quicker. And then just be able to hit high frame rate button and go back to 24 was just fantastic. Our movie wouldn't be the same without being able to use the Blackmagic Pocket 4K cameras. You simply can't find a better camera for the price. The image quality is incredible. You're able to record RAW to solid state media, and there's a great ecosystem for accessories and rigging.